by goodness. What you fully expect. So, if I want my life to be better, I should expect better, I should expect positive things. So inside the class, I will do some revision for those who are not in my class by telling them that not all true. That is facts. Are truth, but all true. But all truth are true. Facts. So it is true. It is true and facts. Nobody can work for water, but it's truth. Christ worked for water. It is true and facts. Cannot deny it. It is truth. Well, will not be done. It's true and facts that a fire will wash every nation and then it was truth that it did not gone. It is true and fact. Nobody will die raised up for its truth. That is that raised up. So when we talk about facts, it's not the truth. The Bible says that not the truth and just about truth. So he said that when attitude is right, fact don't matter. When attitude is right, fact don't matter. Fact, that's the God truth. Don't matter. So it's not a matter of don't matter. So life is hard, life is unfair. That's fact. But it doesn't that's not that's not the real thing. So what is attitude? Attitude is the way you think and feel about yourself. Attitude is the way you think, the way you think and feel about yourself and feel about yourself. About yourself. So you think in your head, you feel in your heart. So your thinking happens in your head and your feeling happens in your heart. So in your heart. So why we have the attitude, so writing the right attitude is very important because when that attitude is right, what we call fact, things are hard, things are not working, it's not the problem. The challenging part of life is that what are you looking at? So it's not like what I'm saying that this is all facts. This is not facts. For those that are just joining us, for running off the class today, this is not facts. Or you call them true. So every fact, every session, financially, spiritually, maritally, anything we find ourselves have a positive fact and negative fact. But the problem is that almost of us are very big head, like this, very big head, and very big head with eyeballs, So you your focus, frame facts, focus, frame facts, focus, frames the facts. So if you are when you are focusing on the facts, it depends in your mind, in your head. Your head is like one belief. You're focusing on positive facts. Life is good, life is fair, Christ is going to die for me, I'm going to succeed. It's going to create something in your head. That belief is going to be faith. Faith is a positive fact. So you are focusing on positive things in life, things to work for me, yeah, I'm going to I'll get results. So in place faith, faith is positive fact. You're focusing on negative things, you're going to get something in your head called doubt. Doubt is also a belief. Of course, negative belief is fact, is doubt. Positive belief is faith. So a lot of people, whenever they find situations, they begin to expect. Why they expect is because of their focus. Because if you get something, whatever happens in your head, happen here will go to your heart. Leaves your heart here. So if you are looking at good things that will happen to you, you're going to create a belief called faith. Because with a positive faith, positive belief is called faith, negative belief. Doubt is also a belief, but it's doubt, it's negative. So what happens is that if you are putting wings for your head and come to your heart, that's what happens. So that's where the expectation happens. That's what we need to do. We need to leave this head and heart. But I think I'm still doing it. So I need space to write. Okay, so we need what we discussed last week. That once something is already in your head, if it's of faith, faith will leave your head and come to your heart. And you get the feelings called feelings of emotions. Feelings of emotions called anticipation. Anticipation. We need to anticipate. So what is anticipation? Anticipation um, is anticipation is an expectation, is an expectation of a positive, favorable, favorable and desirable outcome, and desirable outcome, and desirable outcomes and results. So and results. So you need to anticipate. So anticipation is what causing expectation. So once you begin to anticipate, you need to expect. That is why what you truly believe is what you are expecting to happen to you. And that thing happened from the things you. So what if the man was doubting? I'm not sure things will work for me because you're counting your negative things. I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's also creates something in your heart for you to also that is anticipation. You're gonna create a feeling in your heart. So you're gonna get the feelings of emotions in your to feelings of emotion called anxiety, anxiety or worry. So for a man to be anxious, the man is looking at that negative things. And what is anxiety? Anxiety is also anxiety. It's a feelings of it's anxiety is an expectation. It's an expectation. It's an expectation of negative, comma, unfavorable, unfavorable, and undesirable outcome and results, outcomes and results. So what happens when people get the result they get is because they sit down and they focus on the facts in the same environment, doing the same business. One is seeing positive things. One is seeing that when they say casting and reducing up for me. One is seeing that everywhere I go, I will find someone in the sight of men, the sight of God. We need to find because one see negative and say, don't worry them. And I'll give a lot of notes here. So what happens is this when a man begin to anticipate, expecting, like, during Christmas, I like to use this story, for example, when we're growing up as children, my parents normally get us Christmas shoe and Christmas bags and Christmas clothes. So from 20th of the December, when mama is coming from the market, all of us will run outside to carry mama's bag, open the bag because we're expecting to see our shoe and clothes. So expectation gets higher as the day get getting closer to 25th of December. We're expecting so the more, in fact, you know what happens? Sometimes we not even sleep at night. We're calculating, imagining that our new football, our new Christmas clothes, our new Christmas shoe. That means we are expecting. So that thing that we take action because we're expecting, because when a man is expecting, good things happen to them. This man, I'm sorry, my brother is very powerful this morning. This is the man's hand. So when you're expecting, it gives you power in your hand to take action. So expectation gives you power in your hand. Expectation gives you power, gives you power, gives you power in your hands to take action. To take action. So a man only acts because he's expecting. A man that if they're doubting and it brings anxiety, something happens in your hand too. It gives you powerlessness in your hand to procrastinate. Powerlessness in your hands. In your hands to procrastinate. Procrastinate. Yeah, I will do, I will do. The reason why you don't feel excited about taking action in life because you didn't expect good things to happen to you. So the class started will start discussing the fact that only true believers who believes in God actually take actions whenever they have faith. They have strong beliefs that God is with them and God will help them. So we tell us that expectation, belief is expectation, expectation is superpower. And your greatest superpower in life is not your giftings or talents or vitality, but your capacity to replace all negative beliefs with positive belief because you cannot change a habit. You only replace a habit. So you cannot say, oh, I used to think that your capacity and your willingness will always replace anything negative in your life with positive is what change the dynamics of success in life. So once you say, I'm not going to be negative again, I will be positive, that means you need to have faith. So now, be in control of your belief system because that's your superpower. Believing what you are lying, yeah, what you believe in what you are believing, even though you may be lying to yourself. So we discuss so much about why people used to put, of course, stumbling blocks on their life, telling you that sin is believing. That is not true. Believing is sin because you have to believe first to see for you to get the result you truly want. So we discussed so much to the point that God was telling Christ was saying us, be anxious for nothing, but don't be worried for anything. For tomorrow, I will take care of his own self. So Apostle Paul also told us that do not have anxiety, be careful for nothing. In all things, bring your request to God in prayer and supplication. So anxiety will steal your brightness of the future. We discuss so much that being anxious and developing anxiety is to waste today's energy for a tomorrow outcome you cannot change. So you cannot worry about the things you cannot change, only about things you can change. So we stopped somewhere when I started to discuss about the singular motivation as human being is feelings. What that last thing I mentioned last week. I said positive energy will always turn into positive results. Negative energy will always turn to negative results. Well, what was the last thing I mentioned last week? Last. Who can read it for me? Inaction is action because of entropy. They mentioned that yes, order for any aspect of your life to get better, you require energy and intention. Yes. Because Newton law of nature says that a body will remain at rest and continue to be at rest until something is acted on it. And the law of energy says that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, but only transformed from one form to another. We discussed so much last week. What was the last thing I mentioned last week? Eh? Inaction. Okay. I'll see where I stopped. Okay, let me start from there. Now, I want to say something about entropy. Entropy, for those of us that have not had the word entropy before, um, entropy, entropy is when you do something to itself, it begins to move gradually to disorder. So when you leave something to itself, I want about energy and entropy. That is energy and intention, because if you don't apply energy and intention to your life will not just make the same. You start going back, Whatever is not growing, start dying. So for you to actually become successful, you must be so intentional to apply energy to yourself. Write it down very well. Let's start from there. We are going to use energy and entropy to get stronger. We are going to use energy and intention. Sorry. We are going to use energy and intention to get stronger. Or entropy is going to attack and make us weaker. We are going to use energy and intention to get stronger, or entropy is going to attack and make us weaker. That means if you don't use energy and intention, of course, on your expectations to get better, entropy will take place. So for you to get better, you need energy and intention. For you to get better, you need energy and intention. You are not applying energy and intention, your life gets worse. So that if you do not apply energy and intention, your life will not just remain the same. Because you didn't expect, for you to expect, it means you are going to take action. You're not saying that you're expecting good things to happen to you. You do not take action, because all that have expectation, who anticipate, always act on our anticipation. But we are procrastinate. I'll do tomorrow. We all understand that there's a sort of anxiety or worry because of the thing they are looking at that make them take action. Because when you are anticipating, it gives you power to take action to get the result you truly want. So we must use our energy and intention to get stronger, better, financially, emotionally, spiritually, or anything we want to can make us weaker. So you can't stay at the same. There's nothing like being I'm the same. There's nothing like I'm the same. Either you're growing or you're dying. You're getting better, you're getting worse. You're getting richer, you're getting broker. Every day you're getting broke. So apply energy and intention in every valuable aspect of your life and ensure you get better by design and not worse by default. Write it down your notes. Apply energy and intention. Apply energy and intention on every aspect, every valuable aspect of your life. Apply energy and intention on every valuable aspect of your life to ensure it gets better by design. Apply energy and intention on every valuable aspect of your life. Apply energy and intention on every valuable aspect of your life to ensure it gets better by design and not get worse by default. Apply energy and intention on every valuable aspect of your life to ensure it gets better by design. Underline the word design. We'll talk about it before we finish the class today. I'm not getting worse by default. We're not going to just sit down and expect miracles to happen without not taking any valuable action to make the life better. Once you don't take action, you know you are procrastinating because you don't expect anything good. You have to know the economy of Nigeria, things are not working for you. Why do you have energy? You lose all the energy and start procrastinating now. That's why you waste your time watching negative news that doesn't empower you, that don't inspire you, don't take you to the next level of your success in life. You will get worse. It's not that I don't want to do anything here. I want to remain the same. No, it's not like it's the same because entropy says that anything left to itself starts to lead to disorder. So you have to understand that energy and intention are required for anything to improve in the human lives. But only that you have to, for you to get worse, you just need to neglect. If you just neglect to improve your financial life, your spiritual life, your emotional life, your economic life, okay, it will get worse. For your life to get worse, you don't need to do anything. But for your life to get better, you must apply energy and intention. So of course, Apostle Paul says something in Romans. I like, no, I'm not a pastor anyway, but I like when I'm talking to entrepreneurs in this part of the world, we have to agree on something. Because if you don't agree on something, we cannot build anything. So the only thing we agree on that I simply accept is the word of God. When I bring the scripture to access, okay, this is what the Bible says. Oh, this is what we can apply in our life as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, as an investor. In the book of Romans, of course, 6 verse 17. And he said that, but thanks be to God that through you used to be a slave to sin, but you have come to obey. Obey means that there's something about your hand you are taking action on. You have come to obey in your hand, you come to obey, but obey means you are taking action. And also from your heart, that means from every action a man do, something happens in the mind party. Of course, from the heart, you need to feel. Because feelings happens in the heart. So obeying happens in the hand. Actions we see happens in the hand, but feelings happens in the heart. And of course, that feeling happens in the heart. Something must happen to his head. He said to form a doctrine which is focused on your head. What you are focusing in life determines the feelings in your heart and the actions you take. You can write it down. Whatever you focus in your head, whatever you focus on your head, creates the feelings in your heart that determines the actions you take with your hands, the hands on your legs. So a man who wants to succeed must focus on positive with his head, feel positive in his heart, and take action with his hand to get the result he wants. A man who wants to fail will focus on negative things in the head, feel negative in the heart, and procrastinate never take action. So I said that whatever you focus in your head, create the feelings in your heart, then that the actions you take with your hands or your legs. Whatever you focus on your head, create the feelings in your heart, which determine the actions you take with your hands or your legs. So a man that sit down and expect miracles to happen, never take action to make his life better. We know where the man focuses. He can complain, but it's not my fault, it's not me. They are defending poverty, complaining, justifying, thinking that life will get better. It doesn't get better by sitting down. Life only get better because we focus on positive, feel positive, and take positive action. That's the way we get better. Life get worse when a man focus on negative, and procrastinate. Never to do anything about it. Always saying that I'm not good enough, making negative statement, I can't succeed. No, find out say how can I? When you say how can I, you need to open your mind to search for results that you never could find by just sitting down. So Christ also says something about this same idea in the book of John 18, verse 17. John 18, verse 17. 18, one three, verse 1 7. Christ said, I say, uh, he said, you know these things, focus in your head. Happy are you, feelings in your heart. If you do them, function in your heart. That's if you know these things with your head, of course, happy are you with your heart, feelings you feel happy, and you do them, of course, that will work for you, function in your hand. The world system is designed for us to focus on negative aspects of life by putting all the bad news from television, radio, social media, and newspaper to bombard us with negative news all day long. But bad news is news because it's bad. If it doesn't lead, it doesn't lead. So many people focus on all the negative things happening in the world they cannot change and lose energy to change everything positive in their life. They have the power to do that. But I don't, that's why I don't watch negative news. I don't watch news because there's nothing good about news. But the challenging part about it, a lot of people around us are watching this news and they'll come and be telling us, have you seen what's happening to here, happening to here? Those things don't add value to your life. People's opinion don't pay your bills. Stay on the bar. Neighbor. People's opinion. People's opinion don't pay your bills. Won't pay my bills. Write it down, like this. People that focus on negative news and facts are easily controlled by the government. People that focus on and facts, negative news and facts are easily controlled by the government. So the world society wants to focus on negative news, focus on negative news, focus on negative facts. So what am I trying to say today? Write it like this. Learn how to replace negative thoughts with a positive thought. Learn how to replace negative thoughts and habits with a positive thought and habit. Learn it. Learn how to say, I will not watch this one. Let me read this one. Learn is a learning. Learn how to replace negative thoughts and habits with the positive thoughts and habits. Learn how to replace anxiety with anticipation. It's a learning. Learn how to replace anxiety with what? Anticipation. Whenever you want to focus on, let's say no, I have the power to do that. Take control of that part of your life will get better. Learn not to see everything negative about life and only positive about life. Even when things are not going the way it's supposed to go, like Daniel saw lion, he still believe in God, he still believe in himself. Learn how to look at, because if you're not training your mind to focus on positive things in business, in marriage, you will find challenges, and remember, whatever you focus on expands. So write it down, because people want 50 steps. Whenever we teach our training millionaires, we give outlines. But our training didn't come with outlines, because the first and the middle and the last steps to succeed is to decide to believe things that is going to empower you. Write it down. The only steps to replace negative thoughts and negative things in our life, the only steps to replace negative thoughts and negative things in our life is to decide to believe things that is going to empower us. The only steps to replace negative thoughts and negative things in our life, negative thought and negative, that is to decide to believe on things that empower us. So just decide that I will only believe on things that empowers me. I will only anticipate on my expectations, on, because you said you believe on person, you must be expecting something favorable, desirable, positive to happen to you. Because how on earth will you sit down and expect negative things happening to you? Remember, when you want to have the feelings out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Somebody telling me, we are poor people, we are poor masses. Why would you say that with your mouth? Because I know you are from the negative direction. That is the problem. And so it's to decide to believe on positive things that empowers you, instead of believing things that doesn't empower you, that is empowers you. So the ball is in your court. So decide what you believe. That is your superpower. Decide what you expect. If you believe that whatever you do will work, okay, you take action even when you're in the mood, you are not in the mood to do that. So I want to draw a big diagram, but I will do that last. That is the intersection diagram and the traffic signal of our life. I will show you why people, no matter how much they try, they find it difficult to succeed because of their expectations. They already expected subconsciously that bad thing happened to them. Before they leave the house, they get mind. Wake up this morning, brush mouth, bath, wear clothes, and open them and say, no, sure, okay, I can walk in, nobody sleep well. So you already disqualify yourself before you leave the house. This business I'm doing now, I'm not sure I will sell my market. I'm not sure I will succeed. You already imagine somebody before you enter and say, me, I will not do white radio. I will not do, I will just do traditional, I will do cut. So that manager I'm doing, in case anything happens, I will just leave. So already expecting to leave when something happens, something must happen. Something always happen. This business I'm doing, I don't know. I don't know. My mind is doing it double. Let me just try it. If it doesn't work, I will just leave. Something will just happen. That is what people do. I keep telling you, Peter still win, and winners never quit. So it's a disservice to yourself and to God for you to believe on negative things that limits you. It's a disservice because you are not acting like God. You are not leveraging on God likeness. So don't encourage don't encourage focusing on negative things and expect your life to work positively. It will not work. It will not work. So you must accept, write it down your notes. We must accept and expect. We must accept and expect positive and favorable outcome, even when we can't explain how. We must, let me put it, we must learn, because it's learning. We must learn to accept and expect positive and favorable outcome, even when we can't explain how. Someone just want to explain, I want to know the how. Tell me everything now about the university. So I want to enter, I will know. You don't know everything, no matter how they explain to you. I want to know everything about business. I want to know everything about marriage. If God told Abraham everything about Abraham, he will not go. The suffer and go around the headache. He will not go anywhere. Promise us 75 to get the child after 100 years. He will not go. Right now, we must learn to expect and accept positive and favorable outcome, even when we can't explain how. I want to know the how. No, focus on it first. Believing is, of course, sin. Believe to seek. Believe in your mind. Educate in your heart. Believe in action to take with your hands. So it is not a matter of making it happen, it's a matter of letting it happen. A lot of us have not let God pass through us to manifest good things in our life because you have been so uptight, you have been so into yourself, you have suffered a lot that everything looks like suffering to you. No, you must learn how to replace negative things with positive. Write it down. When you truly decide to do something, When you truly decide to do something, circumstances align themselves in your favor. When you truly decide, when you truly decide to do something, when you truly decide to do something, circumstances, when you try to do something, circumstances align themselves in your favor. If I truly decide that I'll focus on the good things happening to me, okay, and I said that this year, I will impact men, I will impact lives, I will create community, create organization, buy car, pay land, marry, do this, do that one. If you truly decide to do something, circumstances will align themselves in your favor. So when you say, I can't, I think I need to write this one down. I have to play something because this might be held point today. I wish I would not do this thing because I'm not done with this. But nothing I can do right now because we need to use this board. The space is small for us. So, Mr. George, this one was this here. No, yeah, this one. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good. Write your note like this. When you say I can't, when you say I can't, command, your mind is not looking for answers. Your mind, your mind, stop looking for answers. Okay. But when you say, how can I? When you say, when you say, how can I? How can I? Your mind, okay? Your mind will keep searching for answers. Your mind will keep searching for searching to find a way, searching for answers and find a way. A way out. So why people are succeeding is because of how can I succeed? How can I do it? Because I can't. I cannot do. Me, I'm not good. I'm not good in reading book. I'm not really doing business. It's not my thing. I'm poor myself. I'm only employee. I only do for job and salary. I cannot be a business owner. God forbid me. I cannot own a company. Me, I cannot lead people. I cannot be a leader. I'm a servant for life. I'm a slave for life. It's not me. It's not my thing. I cannot buy a cow. I cannot buy land. I cannot look a shelter of 1,000 away. It's not my thing. It's not our thing. Once we say I can't, you stop searching for answers. You stop looking for answers. Why not? Because Robert Kiyosaki said something. He said that when you say I can't, your mind closes. That is a statement. When you say how can I, it should be a question mark here. How can I? Question mark here. Question mark. Question mark. We need to ask questions. Your mind opens. You open your mind for opportunities. Open your mind. How can I become a millionaire this day? How can I make a good husband? How can I be a good wife? How can I become a good president, a good CEO, a good MD of a company? How can I make a salary? How can I build my enterprise? How can I become successfully wealthy? How can I make impact? How can I become contributive? How can I be? Even a list of challenges, you need to see answers. But once we say, I can't, it close your mind. I've seen people start business and they start with negativity. They complain. I know you cannot change a man. I told you a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. So right or no, decide to believe and determine to become the person who figure out, decide to believe, right or no, very important, decide to believe and determine to become the person, who figure out the things you decide to believe. Decide to believe and determine to become the person, who figure out the things you decide to believe. So the things I decide to believe, I'll figure it out. I believe I will become a wealthy man, I figured it out. A good husband, figured out. A good mentor, a good leader, a good president, a good entrepreneur, figured out. Decide to believe and determine to figure out, to become the person who figure out the things you decide to believe. So not just saying, how can I? You're going to find, but when there is a will, there is a way. So decide to believe and determine to become the person who figure out the things you decide to believe. So write it down, you're very important. I don't have 3 minutes more to leave the stage. For those who are just joining us for the first time, your class will start after this one. This is a general class for everyone. Write this statement before I will draw the intersection box and I'll close the class from there. So as you leave this place, you need to focus on the things that work for you, things that put money in your pocket, make you a better person, become an ultimate version of yourself, stronger, better, positive version of yourself. Write this on your notes. You don't have to know in advance, but you have to believe in order to advance. You don't have to know in advance, but you have to believe in order to advance. In life, you don't have to know in advance how business will work, how entrepreneur will work. You don't have to know everything, but you have to believe in order to advance. You have to believe that you are a successful person already. You don't have to know in you don't have to know in advance, but you have to believe in order to advance. In like, okay, let me quickly draw the intersection box and then you can draw this again. I know how to do this, but okay. So your greatest expectation in life is what you are believing. So once you say, I'm expecting this to happen, it shows that when you open your mouth. When you open your mouth, you tell the one who you are. So nobody will know you except you open your mouth. Because when you open your mouth, either you're complaining or you're thanking God. Either you're complaining or showing gratitude. So I call it intersection board. So I do like this, I do like this, I do this one like this, I do like this. And the crossroads. And this is a traffic light. Traffic light. Traffic light. In the traffic light, we have the red, the yellow, and the green. So we have here the red here, the red, the yellow, and the green. So, and here you have your doubts, your doubts are here, your doubts are there. So here is distractions, distractions of life, distractions of life. Things I don't want to succeed. Here is your destiny where you're going to. Here is your destiny. You are going to. And here is your deployment. Deployed because you're not deployed, you are employed. And so God actually God deploy you, man employed you. That's a two different thing. God, God gives you a work. Man gives you a job. Man has a job for man. God has work for man. And God deploy a man to his place of sending. A man deploy a man in the place of work, in the place of job. So you should focus here. I'm not focused here. Focus here. Don't focus here. So if you are not deployed, man will employ you. So if you are not deploying your you also discover, develop, and deploy yourself in the field of assignment and calling. So and this is a place of deployment. You are coming from there, like they are coming from there. The all of us are coming from there. So all of us always learn ourselves in this place. And there's a lot to get. Distraction, modules, disappointment, criticisms, people that will have to sabotage you. There's always a lot to do. So if you are focusing on the work with the challenges of life, or that as you are coming, you start to go back from doubt. Because distraction will distract you back. But if you're looking at all the positive things and expecting to happen to you, you'll pass through this struggle to your place of destiny and calling and assignments in life. So your trust, the trust only in the green light. And not the focus on the green light. As you're coming, just keep moving. Like if you keep looking at red, oh, things are not okay, I'm not ready yet. When I get ready, you will not get ready. See, 2 months analysis leads to paralysis. When you analyze too much, not ready yet, you know that I'm not getting the money, I don't have money yet. Because the important thing that you need money to do a business. Money has 5 levels here. The money cash is always one win. So there are other levels of money you can trade for money. But they don't know that because they don't learn. And they don't learn because they are too busy to sit down to learn. They are learning is not my thing. No, it's your thing. That's the reason why I am still struggling unconsciously. Excessively problem everywhere. So if you come to the cross, the intersection of life, don't need to hold to the challenge. Just keep moving. Everything is being for you. Everything is going to work in your favor. No matter what the challenges, everything is working together for your own good. Tell your neighbor. Everyone is begging for the charge card. Tell them neighbor, everything is working together. My own good. Tell your neighbor, I'm a success. That's begging for the charge card. Tell your neighbor, I'm a millionaire. I can do better than that. Tell them I'm a millionaire creator. So write it down your notes. Write it down very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Trust the only trust. Trust only on the green light. 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 As the only expectations you are believing to see in life. Trust only on the green light as the only expectation we believe to see in life. So just trust anywhere you are going to, there's a green light for you. That is the only thing you're expecting to see in life. Trust only on the green light as the only expectation we believe in life. That wherever you go, it's a crossroad for you. Just keep moving. Because if you keep sitting and waiting for red light, they say stop, stop, actually stop and wait. That waiting is a problem. Now you don't. I know you don't fast track the process of the results, but you keep doing the things you're supposed to do where you don't see results. Now entrepreneurs, why entrepreneurship is very challenging is because most of the time the result you expect to see, you didn't see it. Because you not see results immediately you start the job of entrepreneur. Those are planting a farmer who plants the crops. You cannot get results immediately. Yeah, if it's a corn, you must pay for 3 months or 4 months. The white corn, 4 months, the yellow one, 3 months. So you guys cassava, I must say like 1 year, yeah, 1 year. So that time people would laugh at you. People laugh at you, they will sometimes you are not getting something with entrepreneur, you buy land, it's not one thing you trust. The only thing you have is to trust on the green light. As the only expectation you believe in life. So let's write around my statement. Most people also, most people also uh okay. Most people also use the word I can't. Most also use the word I can't because they only talk about the roadblocks, the yellow light, and the red light. Most people use the word I can't because they only talk about the red light and the yellow light, the roadblocks and limitations and some people that sabotage them. But that's the only thing they focus on. They expect to see. So most people also use the word I can't, but they only focus on red and yellow light, the roadblocks and limitations and things that sabotage them. But that's the only thing they focus on. So your focus should be on the green light and only green light alone. In marriage, green light. Christian life, green light. Financial life, green light. Spiritual life, green light. Economic life, green light. Anywhere are going, green light. Things are not working for them, it's working for a green light. You are not going, people are stopping, you are going, I'm moving forward. There's stumbling block there. People only use the word I can't because they only focus on red and yellow light. Roadblocks and challenges that sabotage them, and that's what limits them because they're expecting that not to see any roadblocks on the journey of success, but that is a part of success. Failure is not the root of success. Failure is a part of success. So if you believe more in your limitation than your leverage, you cannot save anyone, you cannot save yourself. You need to believe more on your on your leverage. You need to believe more in God. You need to believe more in yourself. You need to believe more in everything that will work together for you. You need to expect them because that is what truly manifests in your life. What you expect will surely manifest in your life. But that's what you truly believe. Expectation is your superpower. And that is the best you can take today for today's class. My time is fast spent, but believe that tomorrow you get to learn more. And online community don't get involved in a business without a mentor. You know why? Mentorship is the really shortcut to success. He that stand on the shore of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See how the top. God bless you. Happy to stand with you.